If your knuckles look like this, then you're a dumbass like me. What's up, YouTube? I am an undefeated professional boxer, 5-0, 5 knockouts. One of the dumbest things I see a lot of people do is flunk their messed up hand. When I first started boxing 4 years ago, I didn't know how to wrap my hands. This knuckle here, broken because I didn't know how to wrap my hands. I've shredded this knuckle to complete nothing because I didn't know how to wrap my hands. Once I switched to my new gym, my coach started wrapping my hands with things like this. This is what a professional hand wrap looks like. This is what I wore in my very last fight. As you can see, all the markings for the commission marked off to approve the hand wraps. That way they know we're not cheating or anything like that. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how my coach wraps my hands. We have sparring today, and we got to get our hands wrapped before sparring. Pretty worn. We put in work in these, so we're gonna get rewrapped today.
Get it from Amazon. You can get it from a medical supply store, anything like that.
Okay, so this is what the old wraps look like. This is what the old wraps look like. Pretty worn. We put in work in these, so we're gonna get rewrapped today.
So the key for the knuckle pad is to use this type of gauze right here. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from a medical supply store, anything like that. It works very good for the knuckle pad, helps protect it. So you just go ahead and get it fresh, open it up. You're going to wrap around your hands about 6 times. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come down, stop it right there, and then cut it up. That's one knuckle, and then one roll will do two pairs of hands. So you go here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So there's a knuckle pads right there. Now it's important when you wrap hands to make sure the hands are good. Ask for any types of injuries, anything like that. Just make sure the hands are good. So right here, right, yeah. So you add a little bit extra padding right there. Make sure the knuckle pad goes over that. So you start laying down your gauze. The gauze right here, you always go away from the thumb. So see how I'm pulling away from the thumb? That's important because you don't want to. You're gonna mess up the wrap by doing that. So boom. Wrap all the way up to his forearm, I would say about 6 inches up, then all the way back down. From there, gently wrap around the thumb. Do not pull. Just let it fall. Let it lay down. That's important because if you start pulling, you're gonna create tension on his thumb. You're gonna create cramps, and you're actually gonna create pinching, which will actually hurt his thumb, possibly cause a break. So it's important to just lay it down about 6 times. Then from there, you come up, wrap around the knuckles about 3 times, 3 to 4 times, depending how you feel. I do 3 generally. Then I grab the knuckle pad that we just made. Lay it on there. Make sure it's nice and snug, evenly placed. Wrap around. I go about another 2 to 3 times right here to secure the bottom part. And then from there, turn over, wrap around right here. He said he had an injury right here, so you make sure you cover that side. Boom. Right here, perfect. Good. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
Make sure you're constantly talking to your fighter. I don't care how many times you wrap your hands. You still got to ask him, how does it feel? Does he feel any pinching? Anything like that? Because you just might be off that one day. So keep working on that. Now, every fighter likes their hands wrapped differently. Some like it tighter on the top. Some don't. Everybody's differently, so you got to make sure you ask your fighter, does that feel good? You want it tighter? Anything good? Perfect, good. So make a fist. Open up. That's important. When you make that fist, push on. Hold on. Is to keep it nice and tight so it hugs around the knuckles. And make sure it goes down. Open up. Perfect. Good. And then wrap around the thumb. Come back up. Good. And then if you did it once, if you did it one way, you got to do it the other way. Make a fist. Open up. And then from here, this right here protects the wrist by going cross hatch right here. Boom, boom. Go there a few times just to make sure you get that wrist support. This X is important for supporting the wrist. How's it feel? Good? No pinching, no nothing?
No.
Perfect. Then you just want to finish off around the wrist. Want to finish off up, down to create the last support around his wrist to make sure his wrist is good and he's good to go. So I use an entire roll per hand, unless the hands are extremely small, and then from there I use about 3/4 of the roll, but I use an entire roll generally. Then you want to go ahead and grab your tape. There's different types of tape to use. I personally like Toro Tough Tape. It's my favorite tape to use. The way it feels, everything. Same thing with the gauze. You want to pull away from the thumb as you're taping, because you want to make sure you don't want to pinch the thumb. Okay, perfect. So you do that. Turn around. Then you open up the palm. It's very simple. Just find where the guide is. Open this up. Pinch it. How's that feel? Good. Then you get your tape right here. Go in the center. Pull it all the way through. Pinch it right there so it looks pinched like that. Perfect. Then you pinch this right here, and then you just roll it, roll it, roll it. Some people cut the tape in half and use that, but I find this turnover to be more secure and make sure you protect the hands a lot better. Make a fist. So you want to make sure you guide along the middle knuckle. Push in. How's that feel? Good. Break off. Open. Close. Open. Close. Does it feel good? Okay. So it's coming up a little bit right here. So you want to push this right there. There we go. Turn over. Same thing. Now you're going to go to the pinky finger. Do the exact same process. Turn over. Same thing. Find the middle. Make a fist. Push down on the knuckle and then wrap around. Good. Wrap around the wrist to help secure the knuckle pad, and not only that, but also adds a little bit of extra wrist protection because we're using the entire tape to wrap around the wrist. Turn over. Open up. Same process for the last finger. Pinch it down. Pinch. Roll it. Turn over. Make a fist. Wrap around the wrist again. Perfect. How's that feel? Not too tight? Feel good? That's good. Good. Perfect. Then you want to give yourself a guideline about an inch away down from the knuckles. Open up. Go all the way around. This guideline is going to help you for the next step that we're going to do. Then from there, now we got to go and do the thumb. Remember, pull away from the thumb so that way you don't pinch the thumb, okay? And make sure especially when you're going against the thumb, you pull nice, be gentle. Make a fist. Good. How's that feel? Open up. Make a fist. Make sure they make a fist. That way you're not pulling and pinching. Open up. And you're going to do about 3 times around the thumb. Make a fist. Good. Wrap one more time around the wrist just to keep it there. Perfect. Good. That feel good? Good. Now we're going to do three ways across. We're going to go crisscross and then one dot around. So you're going to pull here. That's why you have the guideline, your guide mark. Pull it through. Perfect. Create that strength. And you're just laying the tape down. You're not pulling super tight. You're just letting the tape fall as you put a little bit of tension and then tear. This is extremely important because you got to protect all the bones in the hands. And so boxing has evolved, which is why we cross it. Because then now you can punch at different angles and you don't have to worry about the angles you hurting your hand and breaking your hand. Okay? So the same thing, you're going to go crisscross. So you're going to make that X. Work all the way down. Make sure you lay that tape down. Don't pull. Just let it sit. And then one last time to go around this way. Perfect. How's that feel? Again, constantly reinforcing with your fighter, asking them how it feels, how everything's going. Does it feel good? Yeah. Good. Not too tight? No, you're good. Perfect. And remember, if they do want it tighter, this is what you're going to put the tightness on the top, never the bottom, because that's what cuts off the circulation, and that's what's going to make his hand go numb. So everything's at the top if they want it tighter. But Dom likes it like about mid, so that's why we just kind of just let it fall. You don't have to go too crazy, pull too tight, because then they're going to cause his hand to go numb. Turn over. Perfect. So now we have a perfect wrap. So now we got to anchor everything down. So we go here, drop this here, just to make sure all the tape's good. Tape doesn't come up. Stop it midway. Tuck that underneath. See how that feels? Good. Turn over. One last one. Open up. And this right here, make a fist. This right here is just to anchor the tape down, just to keep the tape from coming up. Wrap it all the way down around the knuckles. Around the wrist. Keep wrapping all the way down till you get to the end. Then wrap one more time and just stop it. Boom. Push everything down. How's that feel? Good. Open it up for me. See that? And so some people will cut here, but that's why I always pull away from the thumb so you don't have to cut here. See, you just tuck everything in. And if you want, some fighters will have you cut, but for the majority, you don't have to because it's already wrapped that way. And this is called the knockout style wrap. How's that feel? Good? Good. Okay, perfect.